finding ways to connect with your kids. It's a priority for many parents and grandparents. Now, here with a simple two-word hack to make connections a little easier and more intention with them is Dr. Ashley Stevens from Cabell County Schools. Great to see you, and a great topic.
Thank you. It's good to see you too.
Yes, I can remember when my kids would come home, I'd say, "How was your day?" "Fine." You know, you get that one-word answer. So what can we do? How can we get them to communicate a little more with us?
So the idea is that you offer those same kind of conversations with something to do.
Okay.
And then say, just us? Like, would you like to, I'm excited to hear about your day. Do you want to go for a walk, just us? And it does a couple of things. By having an activity to do, whether it's playing a board game, going for a walk, going for a drive, having a treat. They will always say yes to having a treat.
Yes.
That gives you a chance to focus on something else, gives you something else to kind of do. And that just us makes them feel seen and special, and that's what every kid wants. You know, they may not want to tell you about their day, but they want to know that you care.
That's a great idea. So what all should you do during this time? You mentioned snacks, or maybe go for a walk.
Anything
else?
Where you are kind of hip to hip with something in front of you. So if you're walking, it's not like, tell me everything that happened today. There's a lot of intimidation in that. So when we're walking and we're talking about, you know, what we see, or with a puppy, or all the different things, then conversation becomes a lot more natural. Words kind of fall out instead of us having to like yank them and you know, use ice picks to get them out. And so having something that you're doing, and it kind of helps fill the gap. So our purpose is not to say like, you know, here's 20 questions, allow me to interrogate you, but just to get the conversation flowing. So if we're doing something, we have something else to talk about.
I like that. So that really seems to be a way to get them to open up a little bit. I like that.
Absolutely.
What about other people that may feel left out?
So you have to offer it to everybody.
Okay.
You just can't offer it to everybody at the same time.
Kid. Yes.
So, and what you may find is if you offer like, hey, do you want to go for a walk, just us? And one of your kids says no, and then you say, okay, hey, do you want to go for a walk, just us? And this kid says yes. The next time you ask, you may get a different answer. We create a little fear of missing out when we do this. So it definitely has to be something that you can say like, I'm going to take a few minutes with your sister, but I will be back and we will have our chance to whatever. And the activities would obviously be different based on the ages and, you know, kind of stages of your kid. So make sure everybody has a chance, but when it is just your time, that it's special just for you.
I like that. And what if maybe you're kind of already doing this, or you feel like, at least feel like you're already doing this?
I think all of us probably feel like we're already doing this, but we may not be getting credit for it. And there's something to be said for having that conversation of like, we are going to do this right now, just the two of us. It may be just the same as if I picked you up from practice and I drove you home and we were the only ones in the car. But by labeling it and putting some like scarcity and importance to it, it allows kids to register like, oh, this is different. I'm not just in the car because I was the only one coming home from practice.
Because I have to.
Right. She wanted this to be special. I'm the only one who's, you know, being focused on. So you can get some mileage for free on this one because you might already be doing a lot of this anyway.
Good. Any more reminders, guidance to help everyone start incorporating this if they haven't already started?
Absolutely. So this should not ever be a time for a lecture. This is not the time to be like, I've got you in my, you know, sight. And it is not something to take away when things are bad. If anything, when we're struggling or with behaviors or, you know, disconnection or tension in our home, this is important. This is kind of a good tool for that. So I would caution people to be very careful not to use it as like a bargaining chip in any way. This is just easy. It's just good. It's just free extra attention. So be careful with that. And also make it work with your schedule. You might have to do this before, you know, everybody gets up or after the littles go to bed. It's going to look different for everybody. It doesn't have to be super frequent, but just give it a try. And if it works for your family, try it again.
I love this. Two simple words, just us.
Just us.
I love that. Dr. Stevens, thanks so much for stopping by and sharing this with us.
Thank you for having me.